Hello and welcome to my desk. This is Theresa, and I'm calling this Sunday Fun Day. No, I am not. I'm calling this Sunday Night Live. Usually I do my Sunday video in the middle of the day, so I call it Sunday Fun Day, but today I'm doing it in the evening, so I'm just all mixed up. I did my Saturday Night Live Saturday afternoon and my Sunday Fun Day at night. So, I'm just more things to confuse myself. But this is something I've never done before. And I was inspired to do this by, I think her name is Lori, and her channel name is Girl on the Ridge, I believe. And she has what I would call a shabby vintage grunge look to her stuff. But she uses a lot of textiles, and I just love using textiles. I love using vintage ephemera. And so I look at her stuff and I say, how can I do that with the textiles that I have and without using as many digitals as she uses? So one thing is I already had this little tag because it came in a purchase that I received, but I use this little piece of advertising. It's a vintage advertisement to embellish. I had this beautiful lace that came in the last thing that I ordered from a sale online. I usually don't do online sales, very, very rarely. I think I've done them, 3 times in my life. Now, before I get too carried away, I was going to set an alarm, but I can't do that because I'm using my camera to to do the video. So I wanted to set an alarm so that I'd remember to stop at about 8:50, because April usually starts her live stream at about 9 o'clock, and I want to be done before that. Oh goodness, that brings me to something I've never done before. I took this file folder, I tore it in half, I coffee dyed it, and I took the first piece of the file folder and I tore one piece of that off and made a bit of a belly band here, and then I made a long pocket here and a shallow pocket here, and then I have 2 corner pockets, so to speak, here, well, 4, so 2 here and 2 here. Let's make sure there's no glue holding these down. That would be a catastrophe. Okay, that feels pretty free-flowing. Now I wanted to incorporate a bit of elegance like I've never done before. So we'll see if it works. Now, one of the things that I noticed that she did as she was working was she took her bases, and I worked a bit today on reorganizing my organization. I have showed this ephemera journal before. Now, in the past, in one of my trolleys, I've had this ephemera journal. I like to call them book when I say ephemera. This ephemera book and this ephemera sticker book. Is that everything? And this bin with strips, scrappy strips, and then this bag of completed ephemera that has like altered cards, page edges, negative elements, hidden paper clips, and snippets. And because that says negative elements, I have to put something in there before I forget, because look how thin my scraps bag is. Wow, it hasn't been that thin for a long time. I was busy doing stuff with my scraps, but I have these negative elements here. These are die cuts. This is the negative element of the die cuts. So that goes in here because everything like should be like with like. For the most part. It's not a hard fast rule. I mean, I like to put, like, I have little snippets or little textile scraps in this box here. Just something handy to reach into and grab on my desk, so I don't have to go looking for it. Okay, so let's put this to the side because I may want something out of there, and put the stickers away. Definitely not going to use those. Put this away, and later on I will now be going through this and making sure, I think I already have actually, making sure that there are no tag bases in here and no journal card bases, because from now on bases should be in here. So we've got some pocket bases here. These are envelope bases. Just a bunch of different bases. These are big label bases, and then there's a lot of little label bases that are in these envelopes. I've got them marked, like that one is postcards, that one is labels like this and like this. So actually what's in here is like what's in here, and what's in here is like what's in here, because I didn't want it to be too fat and cause the envelope to come off the pocket, sorry. And here is these labels, and here are tabs. This is tickets. I should take a ticket and glue it right in front like that. And this is just how I get my brain to work. Ooh, you know what? If you glued a ticket together, you could make a little pocket. Huh. What would I do with that? Huh. And you could stack them. I don't know what I'm going to do with that idea, but it just came to mind. All right, I got to get out of here because I'm rabbit trailing. This is all journal card bases, and they're actually all from Tim Holtz scraps, because that's what I found in my scraps. And I was like, those are perfectly good journal cards. They should not be in the scrap bag, and they should be used as journal cards. So I put journal card bases there. And these are my tags. So I'll be making a label saying that these are tags. These actually should go with labels. I'll just put that there for now. I don't think I'm going to keep this thing. It does not appeal to me because it's chunky. It's like a little ephemera holder. I think I need to clear that from my stash in the next sale that I do. I'm going to move that into my ephemera for to sell. Okay. It's just too chunky for me. It just stretches out your pockets and annoys me. All right, so we talked about the journal cards. We talked about the tags. I'm going to need to make a little tab here that says these are tags. I thought I made another label. Cluster bases, that's what I did. I put all my cluster bases because some of them were in here. And I was like, why are cluster bases in here when this is supposed to be scraps that are used to make cluster bases? Yes. But so now I've got all my cluster bases in here. And so I can pull one of these out and I can add to it with some lace. And I can put a focal point on it. So now the next thing is like, well, that was fast to put some lace on there because that was on my desk. But I don't have anything fast to do a focal point. Or do I? Actually, now that I think of it, that leads us to the second ephemera book that does have some, when I think focal point, I kind of think faces, like something like this. But obviously those are too big. But little things like this are cute focal points. These are all too big. I'm still thinking about this little piece right here. Hi, Zippy. I'm going fast because I want to be done in time for April's live stream. Because she usually starts about 9. So I want to be done by then. Just looking for a baby focal point. So I need to make a mental note to myself that I need whoa, hold the phone. So I was going to put that down like that, and then I could put that down like that. Those colors go really well together. Okay, there we go. So this has, I would say, like fussy cuts in it, and this is a great ephemera book to go to for focal points. And this is now my ephemera book to go to for bases. And you know, there's people out there that go, why? And that sort of thing is not important to them. But it is important to me because it brings more pleasure to my crafting experience. And that's why we craft, is to have fun and to release endorphins. So I'm going to try and put this lace on in a way that I don't cover up all of this text, this right here. This is, I don't know if you can see it, but that little piece right there is from an old book, and it's kind of like vellum, and it's really kind of cool. So I don't want to cover all of it up. And then I'm going to take this piece and I'm just going to staple that on there. I'm sorry, can't help it. I do love to be organized. It's an obsession with me. Now I'm gonna take my eyelet tool and I'm gonna put an eyelet in because for some reason, every time I see this, it looks like that should be an eyelet. So actually I'm gonna use the smaller eyelet hole because I'm gonna try and let that show, but I don't know if I'll be successful. Ooh, I like it. Isn't that silly? It's just the little things that tickle me. So while I have my bases out, I should have grabbed some more out because that's what she did when she was putting hers together. And so I will grab that ephemera book again. I need to put some more little eyelets in here. I'm running out. Oh, cool contraption. This, you're saying? I couldn't live without this thing. I just love this. It's worth every cent to me. I lost my... There it is. It's something else that just brings me joy. So there we go. We have a little eyelet in there, and something that she did in her video. I've studied this one video of hers several times. And one thing that she does is she takes her sari silk, and I wanted to see if I could do it with my crinkled ribbon too. Oh, that's amazing, Zippy. I can't believe you've never seen one. You obviously haven't been watching enough of my videos. You're not at the store right now, are you? So I was going to see first if I could what I want to say, split this ribbon in half by tearing it. Oh, it's not going to tear. I can tell you that much. So tedious to try and cut a thin ribbon in half. You're snuggled up? That's good. What's the temperature there? I like that. I am super stoked about that. This is seam binding ribbon, 100% rayon that I bought from Amazon. It's got 100 yards on it, and it starts off like this, nice and flat, and then I get it wet and either like run it through some ink, or this was coffee dyed, and I can make it whatever color I want, and then I can do this to it and have a really cool thing for here. Whoa, what happened? How did that stick to... Oh, it's not sticking. Scared me so bad. It was the staples. Okay, I'm gonna do some pounding off to the side here. Hold your ears. I use this little 34 degrees and dropping. Alexa, what's the temperature here?
Right now, it's 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 56 degrees.
67 degrees right now, and it's supposed to get to about 56. But anyways, I was talking about my hammer. I love my hammer a lot. But now I can run my finger along the backs of those staples and won't catch anything or snag anybody or anything like that. So this is coming together. So I'm going to, what am I going to do? I want a bow. Oh, really, Theresa? You're going to try and tie a bow on camera? That's, can't believe you're going to do that. Sorry, I'm sure that's painful to watch. I love all that stuff, all that fuzzy stuff that's coming unraveled. I love that. So I'm thinking I'll use the other piece. Where'd the other piece go? Right here. I want to use the other piece right here. Wait a minute, I got it. Okay. And I'm going to tie that. Lord have mercy. Okay, here we go. Now we got it. Now I was thinking to take this bow and take this bow like that. Put that underneath there. This is going to be hard to do with my shakes. But that's not stopped me before. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. Like I told Zippy, I am rushing through this so that I can be ready for April's live stream. But my husband was like, you haven't done a video today. And I was like, well, I'm gonna. And so I turned on the camera and I'm gonna. And I'm doing it. Okay, now turn that this way so that this hangs there and this hangs there. And actually, I can see April really digging this kind of thing because she is, you know, I've seen her and I've heard her talk a lot about shabby chic lately. So I think she would enjoy this Lori girl on a ridge because she has a lot of shabby chic stuff. All right, so now this one is done and it can go right here. This is a belly band, and for something, and then things can get caught in the pocket underneath the belly band. Oh no, I just glued that. That's no, that's a pocket, Theresa. You can't glue that. Duh. Okay, I just saw that kind of like Karen. I was like, oh, that needs glued. Oh, that does not need glued. And then I threw my needle down, my pin, and I went to all the trouble to make, come here, pin. I went to all the trouble to do one of these things. To put my pin in so that I wouldn't lose it. Okay, but now I'm done using the glue, so I don't need to use it. And by Eyelet Tool, she's talking about this We Are Memory Keepers eyelet tool. I have 3 We Are Memory Keeper tools. There's this one, I think it's called a Euro hook. Whoops, I opened it up. And then there's this one, which is called a corner chomper, and it will chomp 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch corners. So I have 3 of the tools. Okay, now we need to get this thing back out because we need some bases. And I want some tag bases. So I'm gonna put this one. I don't want to put that one in there. I don't want to put any of the bases that have pockets. So I'm going to put this one and this one in here. And now I need to think. I think I have some more bases in this basket here. Painty papers. This is some leather that I'm going to repurpose. She doesn't have a name for it, or actually, okay, in all honesty, I watch videos without sound, so she didn't have a name on the title, but I'm going to call it an ephemera storage folder. That's what I'm calling it. But I've got this leather that I'm going to repurpose. Of course, it wouldn't work for this. I've got some painty papers in here. I thought I had, that envelope might work. Yes, it's a file folder. This is a file folder that I coffee dyed, and I tore it in half, and then I tore the top to make a belly band, and then I tore another section to make a small pocket, and then on the very bottom part I cut it diagonal to make diagonal pockets. So I have diagonal pockets here. Wonder if can you see it? Here, I'll lift the lace up, because the lace is just a decoration. So there's corner pockets here, 2, and 2 corner pockets here. And then this is a pocket here that goes all the way across. This is a little pocket here. And then this is a belly band. So I'll just go ahead and throw this right here. Nope, it needs to go like this. Okay, now this is just a base. Nope, it's just one file folder. I tore it in half, and I took the front part of it and tore it into different pieces to make the pockets on the front. I need to get rid of this because this is distracting me. And my intention is that it's going to look really cool. I mean, really shabby chic, grungy, cute when it's done. So I've got an envelope here that's going to be decorated. I've got 2 tags here that are going to be decorated. These 2 pieces are done. And I'm just trying to fill this up with some bases that, and just to show some other things that she did, I'm going to grab, well, I mean, she did it, but I've done it too. So this is my pre-made ephemera bucket. So like something like this would look really cool in here. I would use my belly band for the, oh yeah, it's gonna fit, but it fits right there better. Okay, this is pre-made ephemera. So her name is Lori, and it's Girl, G-I-R-L, on the Ridge. This will look cute in here. I'm just gonna, for decorative reason, you know, for demonstration, I'm gonna put together some pre-made. So, and then I will do the 2 tags and the envelope. Ooh, I only have about 15 minutes. Okay. So I want to grab one thing, if I can find one. Where in the world are my notebooks? I know I do notebooks all the time. When you know, I don't have any notebooks. No, whoops, is this one? Here's the notebook. It's not done. I just was playing with putting fabric on the inside. So let's do some more to that. I need some scrap paper. I think I will just do it like this. That fits. And I need some more scrap paper. That's an envelope. Ooh, that would be cool in this. That would be more cool in that than this. I'm going to move that away. And I can use this for scrap paper. I don't like to use a lot of scrap paper in my notebooks because I don't like chunky. I don't like real chunky. So we're going to do this. Actually, let's do it like this. And then we need, I'm just going to be able to finish this and we're going to have to go, I think. Where is it? Oh, here it is. See if I did a good job. Not bad. Not bad. I'm only going to put one in because I'm in a hurry. Okay. So then I could put some kind of focal point on this. I don't know if I have any focal point here. Here's a cluster. But these clusters need a focal point on them. So I'll just do it like this. Now this is a notebook. And will this fit in here? Yep. Cool. Now it needs a little bit more decoration, but it makes the point. So, and this is an envelope, and this can be decorated. And we'll do that real quick with some pieces that are laying on my desk. Like, I don't want to cover up. I don't want to cover up, whoops. This is repurposed lace. And I like the bit of messy mess. Okay. We have some cheesecloth. I need to slow down. I'm going to cut myself. Then maybe a little bit of this. Just little scraps. And how about a label? Do we want it to be Christmas? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's just do it. Now this is vintage music paper that I stamped on with Tim Holtz stamps. This measuring fabric tape is, my husband just gave it to me for Christmas because he buys me stuff for Christmas ahead of time, and he can't keep it until Christmas. He does the same thing for my birthday. He just can't wait. This is lace that I got off of Amazon. And then this is cheesecloth that I bought off of Amazon that I coffee dyed. And we're at 8:53. So I don't want to miss April's live. So this envelope is in a way that it could be like a tuck like that in a journal. Whoops, I was going to trim this off. Trying to be careful. These are my fabrics, so they're pretty sharp. Just juju it. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna tuck this in right here behind this. And boom, that's cute. I might even put another, let's just do it. I'm going to put another eyelet in here. But then if this is a pocket, I shouldn't do that. What about there? And then I could put it in like this, because I want to make it so something will stick up. So I'm going to do it here. I'm going to do a big eyelet. Bye. I'll see you there. I'm just going to finish this eyelet and I'm going to head out. I'll be right behind you. Get off my fingers. Okay. Now I want that to stick out because I think I'm going to put some ribbon on there. Oh, piffle. Stay. That's exactly what I wanted. So this is coming along. I've got an envelope, pocket, tuck, whatever, and a bag, and a notebook, and a little tag, and a vellum pocket that's a policy closure, and I've got 2 tag bases here that I'm going to decorate, but for now I'm going to put this to this, or actually I'll probably do it when watching April's video. But as you can see, this lace is free hanging right here, so I can put a lot of stuff in here, and it'll just go underneath the lace. So I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put this here. So that now everything, all the pockets will have something in them. And those are just some clusters. I really don't like the way that layers with that though. It needs a smaller cluster. Oh. This is like a tab. See if that'll look better in there. But if I do it like that, then you'll be able to see that it's a tab. Yeah, I like that a lot better. And this is a tab too. This is not a tab. I don't know what to call this. I'm going to put that right there. And then this can go right yes, that makes me happy. Okay, that's it. I'll see you over at April's if you all are going there. Take care.